Okay, so today was our first day at Brook Army Medical Center, which is also called Vancy. At 6:30 in the morning, I had my first blood draw as well as my ultrasound, where I learned that my ovaries are super freaking high, and it hurts when she presses a little wand on them to measure them, which sucks. But Nick's usually in the room, so I can just squeeze the crap out of his hand, which hey, is just preparing him for 9 months down the road, right? Yay! So after that, we had to come back at 1 o'clock and have our big drug class, which then we got the pharmacy that we're actually going to be putting into my body for the next, 2 weeks. And what I'm about to show you, there's actually going to be more drugs later. So this is like drugs part 1, and there'll be drugs part 2 after we have the appointment where they decide when they're going to go in for the egg retrieval. So just a quick rundown on in vitro in case any of you are watching and have no idea what is involved. I'm going to be on gonadotropins for the first, I believe it's 10 days or so, which are going to stimulate the follicles to produce multiple eggs, because the more eggs they extract from me, and they use the term harvest, which I don't really like because it sounds quite creepy to me. For some reason, I get this image of the movie Jeepers Creepers and Laura Brown like freaking out about it in my head. But anyway, so during the egg retrieval, they want to get the most eggs out of you that they can, because not all of them may survive up into certain stages of in vitro. The next step is that I'll be usually resting for the next 3 days, and then they'll take the eggs and they'll take Nick's sample, and they'll actually put Nick's sample in a okay, it's 10 o'clock at night. Let's think about this for a minute. Syringe, and they will actually inject each egg with a sperm, and they will let it culture for 3 to 5 days, and once it makes it to a certain stage, which is called a blastocyst, then we'll go ahead and do the embryo transfer, which is the week of the 19th, and 12 days after the embryo transfer, we can see if we're pregnant. So, that being said, this is my big bag of drugs. Actually, this is my big bag of needles. These little needles up here are for the HCG. I have a big old 3mm intramuscular syringes, which are really going to suck, but I can't give those to myself. Nick has to give those to me. There are going to be 2 types of injections that I'm going to be giving myself. The gonadotropins are the ones that I have given to myself over the past 2 years with Dr. Miller. Those are just subcutaneous, which means they go underneath the skin. And the intramuscular injections, I believe we're going to have to do progesterone shots, which she said are really oily and thick and quite painful. I've been reading that the site swells up really red, and you have bruising, and you can't lay on that side of your belly, and it's just ridiculous. But so Nick's really looking forward to giving me those, which I'm kind of glad about, that he's not worried at all about giving them to me, because the first time we started having to give ourselves shots, I say ourselves, myself shots, he volunteered to give them to me in the first place. So, awesome husband there. This is actually a drug. This is my HCG. This is going to be used to create a sustainable environment in the belly for the baby. This has to be refrigerated, like all of my drugs pretty much have to be refrigerated. These are the little cartridges. These are the drugs. These are the gonadotropin drugs that are going to stimulate the follicles, that are going to go in this really nifty pin. So there's 2 drugs plus a little vial. This is a higher dosage of the drugs, and so we go in about every 2 to 3 days to see how my ovaries are responding, and it determines upon whether or not how much dosage we're going to increase. Okay, so those all go back in here. These are the 2 intramuscular injection trigger shots that I will need 36 hours prior to the egg retrieval, which allows them to drop down and easily accessible into my ovaries, which is going to be a procedure that they'll actually put me through conscious sedation. So IV, where they can kind of say, hey, move this way, move that way. And I've discussed my high tolerance with pain medicines with them, with my endometriosis. I'm kind of worried they won't be able to knock me out. But she said they use Versed and fentanyl, so I think I'll be okay. Well, I'm going to talk to the doctor about it, too, to kind of make sure that he's aware of that. But so extra these. And so, oh, and I got this really cool little pen. Here we go. All this is inside. And it came in this nifty little case. You open it up, like so. And inside, voila, you have all of your needles. These are all hypodermic, and they are double capped, which means when you screw on the big plastic part, you then can cap it off without having to stick yourself because there is a thinner tube on the needle inside. And this pen, it's kind of similar to an EpiPen. I've only been shown how to use an EpiPen twice. I don't know anybody that has a need for one, well, except for Aaron, but I've never seen his EpiPen, so I, have never asked him to show it to me. So, this is the pen that I'm supposed to have on me in the, I guess, morning and evening times. I'm supposed to have, as of right now, we're starting our shots on Saturday. I'm going to have one shot in the evening and one shot 12 hours later, or I'm sorry, one shot in the morning and then one shot 12 hours later in the evening. And then I have my first appointment on Wednesday, which they will either increase the dose or give me an additional medicine to take. So, like I said, drugs part 2, right? This is pretty nifty. This is where the needle screws on. You take the big cap, screw it on down there, pop off the big cap, and you leave the little cap on, which is where the needle housing is going. This right here is where the casing for the actual medicine will go. It's really simple. You just take this off like this. You open this, drop your little vial of gumdrotropin in there. You take this, which actually moves, turns down, and depresses the, like so. You screw that back in. And then what's kind of nifty about these versus the drugs that when we had to take the gonadotropin to Dr. Miller's office, we had a actual needle that we had to squirt. We had a vial of sterile water and a vial of powder medication, and we had to draw out the water, squirt it into the sterile medication, and then swish it around, and then draw it back out, and then inject ourselves. Well, this is all going to be in one thing, so that's pretty great. And the great thing about this is that you can kind of see here, I can increase the dosage. And right now they have me on, let's see if I can get it up there. Hello, Blair. 225 milligrams, once in the morning and once in the evening. And you just take it, put it on your butt, and you depress this, which is not going to work because I don't have a cartridge in there. You just take it and you just slowly depress it, and it depresses the exact amount of, here's a word for this, dosage that you need, that you click to, which is pretty fancy. I'm kind of in love with this, so this is great and amazing. So this just goes back in here, and I think that's it, really. Oh, we came home with some really cute surprises from the Fisher House. There are companies that will donate their services to people that are staying here, and one of them is a fabulous spa called the Woodhouse Day Spa. Look how fancy. You open it up, and ooh, lots of pretty things. And you open it up here, and you have, pictures of broccoli. I don't really know what that is. Ginger. Oh, look, that's gonna be me. That's gonna be me because they have donated 2 services to each member of the room. So that means that Nick gets 2 services and I get 2 services. And what we have to choose from, listen to this, a 90-minute Swedish massage, a spritzer manicure, a soothing facial, or a hydrating ginger pedicure. So that's pretty great. I'm pretty excited about it. Nick's pretty excited about the massage. Can't say that he's excited about a pedicure, manicure, or facial, but nonetheless, that is pretty awesome. And I'm planning on using these the day before the embryo transfer, so I can be very nice and then from my embryo transfer, nice and relaxed. We also found out that we have 2 free movie tickets. So that's pretty awesome. We can see whatever we want at the Regal Cinemas, which currently is right down the street. So that's great. And there's this really pretty area down in downtown San Antonio called the Riverwalk, not Riverfront. And they have this little boat that goes around, and we have 2 free tickets to ride on the boat, which is kind of cute because I've always wanted to ride on it, but I've never wanted to pay for it. So, here you are for these. And that has been our day in a nutshell. So, I guess I'll just be updating you later on drugs part 2 or anything else we have going on. Alright, thanks so much for watching. Hope I've made you laugh or I've made you, I don't know, be more informed about in vitro or the drugs that are involved in the process. Talk to you soon. Bye!